Dandy's World is a popular Roblox game by developer Quilver and Blush Crunch Studios. In it, you play as one of 39 different toons, cartoon characters brought to life by a substance called ichor. You traverse different floors of Garden View Museum and Educational Center, fixing machines by extracting said ichor. Along the way, you avoid getting hit by Twisteds, mutated monstrous versions of the happy and friendly toons. Scattered around are clues of what this museum was like before the toons were left behind. And of course, I am far too autistic about it. I'm not alone, though. The game has built up a sizable fandom for itself, members of all ages making fan art, fan fiction, fan characters, headcanons, and some absolute legends even make games of their own. That is what we will be exploring today. Dandy's World is itself inspired by Dead by Daylight, a game I have not played but recognize as popular, so the cycle of inspiration is pretty cool. I'm gonna start with a few that I am more familiar with, though I plan to make a series venturing into others. Let's take a closer look at the base game. Dandy's World has a pretty simple and repetitive gameplay loop consisting of 4 different machines: Simple, Circle, Arcade, a new one, and Treadmill. But Quill keeps it interesting with different twisted mechanics to navigate and floor events to deal with. Each toon is given an ability to help them or their teammates. V has the ability to highlight twisteds and machines on the floor. Flutter and Rudy can dash forward. Main class toons also get an extra ability as well as an extra star in their stats in exchange for 1 heart. Many twisted mechanics are also the inverse of the abilities of their toon counterparts. Shelly boosts extraction speed for a selected toon. Twisted Shelly gives every toon an extraction debuff. Astro replenishes stamina. His Twisted drains it faster. Twisteds don't really look too far off from their toon counterparts. For some, or at least one, you can't really tell them apart from certain angles. Main class Twisteds are obviously larger, but still maintain the relative shape and vibe of the toon. With all of this in mind, each review will cover these components: player ability, monster mechanics, floor events, and miscellaneous. First up on the list we have Twilight's Zone, inspired by the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror ride. Like with Dandy's World, you're given a choice of 2 starters. Perfy gains a 50% speed boost when hit, a bit like Poppy but for a slightly longer duration. Ringo gets a 10% boost to his machine when another star completes a different machine. Oh, and when you get a new star, you get a cutscene. You arrive in this haunted hotel, in a place where the storm never ends. 2 elevators lay to your left and 2 to your right. Beyond them sits the shopkeeper, Twilight. How friendly. Popping into the elevator with a group of up to 8, you are greeted with a sting reminiscent of the old TV show. The dramatic orchestral music continues in your character select screen, where you can equip your star and up to 3 relics, compared to Dandy's 2 trinkets. Upon being released from the elevator, there are 2 machines to complete. Despite not looking like those in Dandy's World, they function relatively the same. Skill checks resemble the standard default Dandy skill check, and receive a handful of volts for finishing one. Scattered around the floor are items, which give you temporary boosts, and stars, which you can trade for items in the elevator. For the first 2 floors, it's just that, completing machines and escaping spirits. On the 3rd floor, you're introduced to spirit traps. The task this floor is to get a spirit to chase you as you run across the trap, so it traps it in there. Complicated, I know. The number of tasks on each floor goes up the farther you go. Event floors come in with new challenges, but I don't have footage of that. Blackouts do also exist in this game, but you can find the fuse box and repair it like any of the other machines. The elevator has alternating events each floor, starting with Twilight's shop, then going to a card vote. Like Dandy. And also like Dandy, if you ignore Twilight's items long enough, you can summon her spirit form. This spirit is lethal, can freeze you in place, and cannot be stuck into any spirit traps. Not anymore. As you make your way into the deeper depths of the hotel, much like in Garden View, higher threats and bigger monsters start to appear. For the more common spirits, you can sort of see how the stars may have ended up like this. For the big boys, it's largely a game of, oh, so you just took what object this character was and made that monstrous. They also have event stars and spirits for Christmas and Halloween. So, all in all, the gameplay of TZ is pretty similar to DW, with the addition of being able to fight the monsters back. Moving on to Dolly's Factory. The starter plushies you're greeted with are Buddy, who can unleash a burst of energy and add 30% completion to any machine, and Cinnabon, who can drop to all fours and bolt. The lobby area is a big, expansive park with an almost Build-A-Bear feel. You can walk around and find copies of the characters set up and interacting. The shop is where you can buy plushies, skins, charms, and name tag accessories. You can even— oh, what's this here? Huh? The train station is where the real fun starts. Scuttle over and find a team, then hop on the train to start. The tasks are usually very simple. Machines with a progress bar on top that can be repaired by up to 2 players at once. Just crank the machine, hit the skill checks, and avoid the rejects. Simple enough, basically DW with a new coat of paint, right? Nope! There are special zones added in. Jelly Bell's zone requires you to turn on coils as they light up. The greenhouse has a special type of machine, and 2 other boss battles add extra challenge to the machine loop. Sometimes the train will break down, and Dexter sends you out to get the parts scattered across the map. Oh yeah, Dexter is the shopkeeper from the train. He'll sell you stat-boosting fluff, shields, and medical items. Health relies on an HP system, and miscellaneous shit. The rejects' resemblance to their plushie counterparts varies. You can obviously tell who's who, but they do really range from plushie but bigger, to different shape but still the same animal, to why is the sheep a rug? Another difference is that you can use their stuffing samples in the train to purchase upgrades or rewards for your run. With enough people pitching in, you can even earn an extra life. Toon's Universe invites you to Innova, a post-catastrophic Frutiger-themed facility. According to the game description, your starter agent is a choice between Weffel, a sweet baker chipmunk, and Nimbus, a sheep with a fucked up sleep schedule. Each agent actually has 2 abilities, an active and a passive. This is usually reserved for the main tunes and equivalents in the other games, but nope, everyone in Innova has both. Fun thing about the game, the characters have voice lines!
Hey, good job. Yeah, my bad. Sorry about that. Greatest. Hey, it's finished.
An elevator can actually support up to 10 players compared to the usual 8 in the other games. Once released into the facility, your team is tasked with extracting machines and hacking computers. The skill checks vary between which ones you're using. Along the way, you collect parts, capsules full of Malachor, and items that give you boosts or health while dealing with the infected. It's not just running from them either. Frankly, like DW and DF before it, the variety of mechanics makes the gameplay interesting and difficult. Though compared to the former 2, these monster versions look much more fucked up from the agents. We're bringing back voting cards! This time, they start at transitions between floor 1 and 2. The shopkeeper, Chekhov, appears between 2 and 3 to sell items in exchange for parts. He doesn't have a big scary infected form, but it would be fun if he did. Chekhov's voice also comes over the speaker to alert you of floor events. Gas leaks usually appear before entering the floor, blackouts typically happen mid-floor, and the elevator will act up once the main floor objective is completed. Have I mentioned the main floor objective yet? What it does share with Dandy's World is the characters get elevator dialogue.
Hey, listen, Nimbus, it was a harmless prank!
You poured water on my face when I was having my nap.
I'll make sure to do it when you're awake next time. Yeah?
Okay.
The voice actors also do great jobs portraying their characters. I also think it's neat you can share any healing items with your teammates. If they fucking stand still. These games are a genuine blast to play. No matter how much I say to myself, I want to leave after too many floors, they each bring something unique to the table, and exploring the world these characters live in is very fun. I look forward to trying more similar games and showing you next time. Bye!